And now Weber State's come back the other way. Oh, this could be tough. 3-on-1 with Lynch, the only one staying home. And did they commit offsides?
They did.
Wow, that was kind of a oops moment.
Yeah, I mean,
you got a 3-on-1 and you go offsides. That's that was a little mental break there.
Yeah, Utah gets lucky there. I mean, that was a clear-cut 3-on-1. Utah was hustling back.
Lynch was the only one home.
Yeah.
All right, on the draw, Weber State sends it in. Utah sends it back out. Abercrombie collects in the neutral zone. Lead pass ahead to Vanderman, or not Vanderman, I'm sorry, 41, so that's Izadi. And ends up behind the Utah net. Umina's back there, fighting for the puck. Weber keeps it in. Ooh, long whip from the point by Goodwin. And Jurgic makes a save and decides to hang on to it. So we're going to have a face-off to his left. We have 6:17 left in the first period. Looks kind of to me like the momentum is shifting a little bit. Weber's really starting to pick up some steam here on the offensive rushes.
They really are, yeah. Putting some good attacks together.
Oh, and just as we say that, here they come. Wiener's got a chance here. He's got to get past one defender. Tries to backhand it. It goes a little bit wide. Utah managed to keep it in. Oh, and it gets by Monaco, so he's going to have to chase it out into the neutral zone. Nice little move there by Monaco. This is what I mean. This kid could skate. He's going to go ahead and tip it up, lead pass into the corner. Kurt's going to go in there after it. Wiener's in there, and then here comes Weber State the other way. They're going to come back 2-on-2. Nice break, poke check by Monaco. Puck ends up in the corner. Weber gets it out to point. Oh, and it trickles out, so now Weber's going to have to come back out and regroup. Hauser sends it in deep behind the Utah net. Scooped up by Monaco. He sends it across. Nice little tap ahead by Wiener, and then he ends to the bench because it's time for a change for him, and Utah goes through a line change. Puck ends up behind the net. Weber starts their breakout. Well, almost starts their breakout. And it gets by Komiakov and ends up all the way on the other end. No icing, though. Utah is going to start the play. Here comes, looks like Torrey. He's got wheels, so he's going to fly. He's going to carry across the blue line himself on the left side. Looking for somebody to center to. Doing a little move there in the corner. Oops, goes down on one knee, unable to get the pass off. So now Weber is going to come back the other way, and the puck trickles loose. Tomczyk picks it up, sends it in deep. Behind the net. Yancey stops it, sends it along the other way. He sees Hovey bearing down on him. O'Shea keeps it in, back into the corner to Hovey. Looking for a centering pass and decides, oh, he almost had Jackson. Knocked loose by a Weber defender. And Utah unable to keep the puck in the zone. It's going to come loose. O'Shea sends it in deep. It gets picked up and winged around the boards by Hauser. All the way to the other end. No icing, though. Tomczyk's going to scoop it up. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to be challenged. Weber with a chance there, but the puck gets knocked into the corner. And comes loose. Blyle fighting for it with Norwood. Finally comes loose, and Torrey sends it in deep. Right on goal. So Yancey has to make save, and he's got Jackson right on top of him. He got rid of that puck just in time. Don't want to have your goalie stick handling too much when you got a forward bearing down on you. O'Shea picks it up in the neutral zone and sends it in deep. Goes to the bench. And then here comes, that's number 10. It's Mater. He goes for a shot. Glove save, or glove deflection, I guess, by Jurgic. Puck is still bouncing around the Utah zone. Ends up behind the net, picked up by Brown. He's trying to get it out in front of the goal. Utah managed to pick it up in their own corner. Lynch up to Hill. Intercepted again by Brown. He sends it in deep into the Utah zone. Kind of takes a weird bounce off the boards and kind of bounces back towards the goal. Finally, nice little lead pass to Hill, just out of his reach, though. And now here comes Weber the other way. That's Goodwin. And then ends up in the corner being chased by Merritt. Pittman scoops it up. Does a little move in the corner. He's looking nice. Oh, nice cross-ice pass to, that looks like Kurt. Oh, sorry, Worth. Big hit mid-ice. Both bodies go down. gets the crowd riled up, fired up. Now Worth tries for a little drop pass, but just out of reach of Pittman. Weber sends it back in deep. We got 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first period. Weber still leading 1-0. And now here comes Monaco through the neutral zone, past one defender across the blue line. Winger, and nifty glove save by Yancey. And it looks like, the Utes have now I shouldn't say the luxury, but I'm seeing on the defense, we've got one defender, typically his job is to stay home, and then they've got one defender who can shoot and freewheel a little bit. So you'll see Monaco paired up with Sheridan. You'll see O'Shea often paired up with Tomacek. And then the other defender is Jack Umina, who's often paired up with, I can't remember who our stay-at-home defender would be, but all three of those defenders have the wheels and the stick skills to be able to shoot on goal.
Yeah, it's good to have offensive defensemen that you can count on for those powerful shots from the point.
All right, puck is in the Weber zone. Down to the last minute, 45 seconds in the first period, and here comes Weber. He gets by one, and then gets scooped up. Looks like that was by O'Shea. Puck still in the Utah zone. Still fighting for it in the corner. Looks like that was O'Shea and Pittman. Now finally, nice lead pass to Fenney. Doesn't have a little help, though. He could use some help. He's like a 1-on-4 right now. Centering pass gets picked off. And then a shovel backhanded shot by Thorstad goes way wide. Puck ends up squirting out into the neutral zone. O'Shea's got a chance. A nice little tap up in Endy, and Endy misses his wrist shot. He wants that one back, I'm sure. Puck bounces off the netting, and we're going to have a face-off to the right of Yancey. All right, sorry about that little technical difficulty as Anita pushes the wrong buttons here. But anyway, Utah controls in the Weber State zone. And now here comes, looks like it was shot by number 28. The initial shot, that was by Komiakov, and then the rebound gets loose, and it gets knocked in by a Weber player. I didn't catch the number, I'm sorry. Looks like that was number 24, Tucker Thorstad, picks up the rebound and scores goal number 2 with only 39 seconds left in the first period. Now Weber takes a 2-goal lead, 2-0. So kind of similar to the first goal, there was a little bit of a breakdown by the Utah defense, and Thorstad was right there to pick up the rebound and score the second goal for Weber during this game. Still have 2 periods to play, plenty of time to catch up. And the puck is now picked up by Hovey. He's got support by Jackson. He carries across the blue lane, and sure enough, passes it to Jackson. Oh, it was a beautiful play. Shot goes a little wide. Scooped up by Mader. He sends it around the boards. Norwood, his pass gets knocked loose. Puck ends up wrapping around in the Utah zone. Monaco sends it across ice to Torrey. It's going to get scooped up by Artukovic. And that will end the first period with Utah trailing 0-2 as both teams go into the locker rooms. I'm sure head coach Forney is going to have a little chat with the boys. We are also going to take a little break, and we will see you shortly for the second period. Don't go away.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas. Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
top, no trap. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to the bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab it, walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab it, walk and see.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that, I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Ooh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. Now, your Ski City Super Pass, I take it that's part of the Marvel Universe. If I get that, will people call me the Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this will be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Hi, this is Beth from the Salt Lake Visitor Center calling you back to answer your questions. First off, yes, you can absolutely drink here. We'd prefer if you ski in the mountains, and I'm happy to call you Winter Soldier.
My name is Marguerite Van Komen, and I'm a snowbird ski patrolman. My dog's name is Frank. What a good boy, huh? What a good boy you are. I start every morning waking up and having breakfast with the dog, and then we finish every day having dinner together, but everything in the middle changes. We train them using their own instincts, so instead of hunt for dinner, they're hunting for humans. A lot of thought goes into choosing these dogs. Number one, they've got to be able to handle the cold. Number two, they got to be pretty hardy. And three, we're looking for very high drive dogs. The dog that is gonna chew your sofa up at home, we want that dog. The people, the mountain at Snowbird, it's just special. And everything you wanna do is here in Salt Lake. Get off the plane, grab your gear from the luggage cart, and within 30 to 45 minutes, you're up here and skiing on snow. You know, Salt Lake is super unique. We have 4 full seasons. So you can come up, ski all morning till the snow gets a little too smushy, and then you go and hit 18 at the golf course at the bottom of the mouth, and then you can go out for a wonderful dinner and see theater. It's amazing how much you can fit into your day. And not only do we have everything that you want to do, but we have great people to do it with. Everyone wants to be outdoors, happy, and go and play. Every day is different, and I love that. I love showing up to work and going, what is on the plate today? Snowbird is my family, and Salt Lake is my home, and Frank is a great part of that. My name is Marguerite Van Komen. I'm a snowbird ski patrolman, and I am Salt Lake.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Testing. Welcome to open trails and
That
new
is
vistas.
actually working. Yeah, that is working for sure. Hello.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the hope
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk.
Welcome to the arts.
Have no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk and see those gray clouds look close. But we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab your walk and see.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that, I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Oh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up.
Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that, I've told you that. But after a few days with them, that's all right. I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, could there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. If I made that movie, would you watch it? Oh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that was confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. Now, your Ski City Super Pass, I take it that's part of the Marvel Universe. If I get that, will people call me the Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this will be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Hi, this is Beth.
Sends it around. Top check unable to keep it in because puck actually goes out of play. So Weaver was trying to clear the zone. Unfortunately, that the puck ended up going wrapping up too high up into the netting, and that's going to be another face-off for Weaver. Project everything that happened in the wild, it had to get mentioned to me that this one was originally built for figure skating. So the glass is a little bit shorter than you would traditionally see in a hockey rink built for hockey. We also do have the safety netting all the way around. Oh, big collision behind the net, and everybody goes down to the Utah controlling. Oh, and a nice 1-2. Kurt gets a chance. He pokes at it again. Kurt gets a couple taps at it. Oh, we have a little bit of, post whistle action, and here we go. It's the barn dance. Everybody picks a partner, circling around as you go. 1932, barely started the second period. Like somebody's going to go to the box. Probably, oh my goodness, I see one jersey. Heading to the box. It's going to be Jacob Resmelian. He's going to sit. And for Utah's going to be Hayden Tomacek. He will also sit. He's going to pass that along verbally. So I'm just going to have to guess that one will be roughing and the other one will probably be tripping or roughing. Anyway, two-minute minors, offsetting minors. Going to skate 4-on-4 for a bit. And face-off's going to be to Yancey's right in the neutral zone. And on the draw, Utah controls. Wiener sends it in, centering to ending. Ends up getting picked up on that by Vanderman. And he cruises on. It's going to go all the way up to the other end. Alright, Utah Wiener skates across the crease, and I don't know why Weber just let him skate through the crease, but his shot is blocked by Yancey. Puck is still in Weber's zone. And we were finally able to start something. Here we go. Looks like that is Resmelian across the not Resmelian, that's number 16, Norwood. And it comes back the other way. Wiener across the blue line. He's got help. He goes for a shot from the slot that gets sticked and deflected up into the glass. Ends up in the corner. Human back there fighting for it. Hovey picks it up, tries to do a fancy little move to the skates, and it gets picked off instead by Mater of Weber. And now here comes Weber the other way through the neutral zone. Mater drops it back to Vanderman. Vanderman skates across. Oh, and it gets tied up in the neutral zone. Good play, good defense by Utah there. Puck ends up back in the Weber zone. O'Shea's going to try and cut it off. He's fighting for the puck with Polikin. And here comes Weber the other way. He's getting through, drops it in deep. Gets pissed off by Pittman. Takes it over to Jackson. Jackson sends a bounce pass ahead. Smart heads up play to Hovey, but it's a little ahead of him, and it's going to be icy. And we have just 20 seconds left for the offsetting penalty. Both teams are back to full strength. They're really trying to be too aggressive in this short-handed situation. Kobe facing off against Norwood. sorry, not normal. It's a 45. That would be Clark. Utah wins on the draw. Monaco passes across to O'Shea. O'Shea skates across the blue line, and he sends it in. Yates makes a save and decides, well, I got to play a Barry down the blue, so I am going to hold on to it. We're going to have a face-off. That's right. And I'd like to welcome Ellis. Ellis, tell us your last name again.
Ellis Beacom. Thank you for having me on the broadcast. I'm excited to be here.
He's going to sit in for a little bit for Patrick, and Patrick will be back later. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Ellis. Ellis is a student intern here with Utah Hockey, learning the ropes, getting a little taste of everything, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Dipping my feet in as many buckets as possible.
Exactly.
Getting to watch hockey while doing it. So, there's a goal.
There we go, from the point.
Add it on the board.
I'm afraid, Patrick, we're going to have a tough time getting Ellis out of the seat now because we have a shot from the point by, looks like Keegan Torrey. It goes in the 5-hole. Favorite shot of forwards everywhere, and Utah now gets within one goal, 1-2 at 17:30 in the second period.
Cuts that lead in half. What a great way to respond after struggling in that first period to maintain possession. And I think that shows the determination of this unit.
Yep.
Hopefully they can keep building off that and continue it up here.
Peps them up a little bit. Blisle sends it into the corner, and Weber comes back the other way. And Torrey, being one of the new players this year, who's a speedster. This kid will go you'll watch him go from end to end. He'll pick off something in his own defensive end, skate across the neutral zone all the way into the other end, and boy, he's tough to keep up with. He's got some wheels.
In the blink of an eye.
In the blink of an eye.
Tough to keep up with him with the eyes.
Yeah, with the eyes.
Let alone a camera.
Exactly. All right, Weber picks it up in their own zone. Cross-ice pass, gets away from him, picks it up, skates across the blue line. He's got Furlong on the opposite side. Oh, and he gets tied up. Furlong sends it across. Good job. Stick save by Yancey. Umina, unable to keep the puck, gets picked off by number 8. That's Merritt. And I took my eye off the puck. I didn't see who touched that last.
Jacoby Clark putting it in the back of the net. And what a response for Weber.
Yep.
Less than a minute after Utah cuts the lead in half.
Merritt was fighting his way across the blue line. He gets the puck out to Clark, and Clark is a veteran of this Weber team. He wastes no time and put it in the back of the net. So, yeah, back to a 2-goal lead for Weber at 16:31. I think that one was a little bit of a surprise by Utah. They're going to have to
caught them on their back feet.
Caught them on
their
back heels, and I think they're going to have to kind of wake up and regroup here and make sure they don't let this throw them off.
Yeah, the 2-goal lead, considered the worst lead in hockey, so they're right where they want to be able to claw their way back into this game.
Right, and we kind of noted at the end of the first period, the momentum seemed to be shifting Weber's way.
Yeah, it did, but that was a huge way towards getting it back towards the home crowd side.
Yep.
Getting that early goal here in the second period.
Important, I think, now for Utah to avoid letting Weber build that lead up and keep taking that momentum to them. All right, Weber controlling the puck in Utah's zone, ends up behind the net. And they do keep it in. Finally gets picked off by Monaco. He sends a little lead tap up to Osola. Osola to Fene, back to Osola. And, a little bit of a miscue there, and Utah's caught offside. So we're going to have a face-off just outside the blue line. I kind of mentioned this to Patrick as well. Utah played Utah State up in Logan last night. It was a brutal, tough, great game, but it was a very physical game, and I'm wondering if maybe the guys are a little winded today.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to say that.
Second matchup in as many days.
And with a very physical team. And they're going to have another one tomorrow because Utah State's going to come back to our house to play, and I'm sure that Utah is going to want to have some payback, but 3 very physical, tough games against tough opponents in a row. That's a busy weekend.
That's the kind of stretch that'll show your integrity as a team and really
absolutely
put you guys together.
Absolutely. Nice little glove save by Jurgic, picked up by Tomacek. He whips around to Wiener. Wiener's having a little trouble with it along the boards. He finally gets it loose, but it's still kind of bouncing around, and Weber managed to send it back in deep into the corner. O'Shea wraps it around the boards the other way. Up to Kurt. who managed
like
to
an
clear it
icing.
out. Yeah, clear it out, but a little bit too hard, and it's going to be icing, so it's come all the way back into the Utah zone. All right, off the draw.
Ooh,
Whoa,
quick
shot off the
shot.
draw. Great save by Jurgic. He saw that one coming.
That
And
was
now
a
here
great
comes
save.
Kurt the other way, across the blue line. And shot on goal, and Yancey's got to make the save.
From one end to the other.
From one end to the other.
Just a
Goalies both
heartbeat.
looking pretty sharp tonight.
Looking, you might look away and you
Yeah,
might miss
don't
it.
look away. Don't blink. I always think as a goalie, it's got to be so hard when the puck is coming at you so fast to not blink.
Seriously,
you got
try and
the
time
mask
up
on,
where
but
you're
it's kind
putting
of like
you're putting your glove to try
Yeah.
and block it.
Kind of instinctive, right?
Yeah. Or just swallowing it up in the chest.
All right, on the draw, puck is still bouncing around loose. Weber comes up with it. And then Garrett manages to knock it back in. Oh, and it just gets by Worth's feet, or Torrey's feet. He wants that one back. Finally bounces loose, still bounces around the neutral zone. Finally, Torrey scoops it up, sends it in to Jackson. Then Trails follows him. Jackson drops it off in behind the net. Hovey picks it up. Hovey,
Nice
oh, to
cross-around
Torrey.
pass.
Torrey had a chance. A nice, great kick save by Yancey there. He got his stick down, but he realizes that it was actually going towards the skate, so he kicks it back out.
An instinctual play on display.
Instinctual move. All right, puck is bouncing around the neutral zone. Finally, Weber managed to get across it into the Utah zone. Jackson sends it around deep behind the net. Umina drops it back out to Jackson. Ends up back in the corner. Now Umina's got some room, so he's going to skate it through himself from his own zone, across the neutral zone. He's got Jackson on the right. He's got Blau on the left. Blau sets up a little screen for him, but unfortunately, you can't really. He's going to go to the box. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but anyway, Aiden's going to go to the box for 2 minutes. He's trying to plead his case, but we know that one never works. 14:03 left in the second period. We barely got the second period underway. Weber with a lead, 3-1, and now Utah's going to have to go on the penalty kill for 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is
Probably going to be interference. I didn't see the hand signal, but
they're going to have to showcase the penalty kill unit here. And
yeah, we are
already doing a great job of getting shots on net to start this second period. Already gotten 6 to 3 from Weber.
So they need to keep that pressure up and get that puck in the net. And here we go. Short-handed rush. It's Furlong on the right side. Fighting along the boards. He finally gets the puck in. It bounces up. Yancey has to bat it away. Who's going to get there first? Weber collects the goal. Collects the puck, rather. Tries to send it up deep. Oh! And then...
Twisting him around.
Yeah, it looks like... I think that was Lynch. Kind of lost his feet. Now here comes... That's number 10. I think that's Brown. No, it's Mader bearing down, but the puck gets poked away. Say that 3 times fast. Mader back at the point. Weber setting up their box. 1:26 left in the period. Furlong pokes it loose. Utah doing a good job of staying wide, staying spread out. Norwood fakes a shot, passes it off. Oh, and then it gets picked up by Monaco. And Utah managed to have a great play right there. Great defensive play. Utah managed to get the puck out of the zone, so Weber has to regroup. And then Monaco again picks up the puck, and now he's going to kill a little time before he sends it down the ice. Great heads-up play by the alternate captain of the Utes. And there's a whistle. I'm not sure what happened.
I think it was offsides down there over at the blue line.
Okay, I was going to say, can't
Tapped
be
it
icing.
towards their zone, yeah, and he was already ahead.
Icing. All right, so 55 seconds left in the penalty kill for Utah. They change up their penalty kill team. Looks like it's going to be Pittman, Worth, Tomacek, and O'Shea on this line.
What a great job so far, blocking those passing lanes and the shooting lanes, not really letting them give much space up front.
Exactly. Hey, this man knows his hockey, folks. All right, here we go. Weber taking it down. That's Brown. I'm sorry, it's not Brown. It's Vanderman. And he goes for a wrist shot that gets deflected off someone's stick, so we're going to face off in the Utah zone. Looks like it'll be to the left of Jurgic. Folks, don't forget, when you buy your game day ticket, you get a 2 or sometimes a 3-for-1 offer. Come on down to the Salt Lake City Sports Complex, and your ticket is good for all the games played that evening. So you could get your ticket for maybe the women's D1 game and stick around for the men's D2 or even maybe the men's 1 later on in the evening. And you can always purchase those tickets online at the website. That's utahhockey.com. Don't forget, there are also discounts available for University of Utah staff and students. All right, here comes Desnilian. Sorry, for some reason I put a G in front of that. Desnilian. Weaver managed to keep it in. Pad save by Jurgic. 5 seconds left in the penalty kill for Utah. Blyle is itching to go. Oh, a little tap there by Izadi.
What a great job by that PK unit.
Great job by the PK unit. And now both teams back to full strength. So because they're back to full strength, we have an icing.
Back down to Utah's side we go.
Yep, gonna do that one over.
Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, no driving angry. I'm surprised you know that movie. That was made before you were born,
that's a classic.
Young man.
That's a classic. My dad's from the Midwest. How could I not know about it?
Of course, Spurry. All right. Oh, shot by Simmons gets deflected off of somebody's shin pad. Ends up in the corner. Scooped up by Kurt. He wraps around the boards, across the other side to Worth. Still bouncing around in the Utah zone. O'Shea scoops it up, skates around, tries to skate around, kind of runs into a little traffic, and Weber keeps it in. Pass out to Brown. Brown kind of can't quite handle it, so he tries to wrap around, gets intercepted by Tomacek. And, we barely keep it in. I was kind of holding my breath watching it starting to go across the blue line, but Weber keeps it in. This is a long shift for Utah with the puck in their zone. And finally, they get it out. Oh, we got a breakaway by Kurt, but he loses the puck. We got a little bit of scramble here. He managed to send it in right before he gets taken down at the line. And now it's behind the net, Weber's net. We got a delayed penalty coming up, so Yancey heads for the bench, and as long as Weber can keep Utah from touching the puck, they got a man advantage.
There we go.
And there it is. Umina intercepts. Somebody in white is going to the box, and it looks like it's going to be Ryan Worth. And let's see what the call is. Guessing it's interference. Oh, nope, hooking. So 2 minutes, Utah managed to kill that penalty play, and mere seconds after that, they're going to have to do it again. It's 10:44 in the second period. Utah still trailing 1-3.
Biting their own hand thus far, but they're still very competitively in this game.
Competitively in this game and just making some mistakes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. In the Utah zone. And the puck ends up in the corner. Weber controls on the draw. Or maybe not. Lynch has got it. He tries to send it out, and Weber unable to keep it in, so they're all going to have to come back out, regroup, and come back in. Mater sends nice cross-ice pass
good D.
to Norwood. Now he sends it across. They're setting up their box, having a little trouble actually setting up their box. Utah being very pesky and aggressive in hounding them. Now here they go, setting up the box. Minute and a half left in the penalty against Blyle. I'm sorry, against Worth. Nice pad save. But he wasn't able to save the second one. And that looks like on the rebound, was that 16? Norwood, who's there to pick up that rebound? We'll see in a second when he turns around.
Yeah, Norwood.
So Norwood, I believe is that his second goal of the game? And unfortunately for Utah, they now are 3 goals behind on that power play goal by Weber State. 10:07, 10 minutes, 7 seconds left in the period. Both teams, of course, back to full strength. Yeah, so it's a shame because Utah looked so good against Utah State last night in Logan. They were tight, they were tough. They only lost the final score was 2-0, but it was really only 1-0 because one was an empty net. They pulled the goalie to try and get extra play on the ice.
Goal.
Yep. And Utah State, of course, took advantage of that, but they held even scoreless with Utah State until the third period.
Yeah,
and,
so it was a great game. Yeah.
Yep, it was a great game. And then a little bit of a mistake about halfway through the third period, and then, of course, there's the empty net goal, which, you had to take the chance by trying to pull the goalie and get that extra one. Yeah, but it ended up, final score ended up being 2-0. All right, Utah trying to get set up here, send it in deep. Gets scooped up behind the net. And, Utah going in there and forechecking hard and managed to keep the puck in the zone. It's going to go in the corner. Hovey goes in there, tries to send it out to Torrey, but it gets by him. Scooped up by Jackson. He's got Torrey waiting in the crease or in the slot. One-timer by Sheridan who managed to keep the puck in after it bounces off a shin guard. Good heads-up play by Sheridan.
Yeah, hit the right place.
Yeah. Here, back to me. Thank you. All right, Monaco with a wrist shot sends it in. Tipped into the corner. All right, Utah looking pretty good right now in this offensive
Got to keep it
shift.
in Weber's zone.
Got to keep it in Weber's zone.
Trailing by 9 shots. Got to just get shots on net.
Yeah, start getting more shots on net. Yep. Weber's slowly but surely kind of taking control of the momentum in this game. And speaking of which, boy, that was a nice centering pass. Yeah, just got by the person waiting in center there. All right. And there's a nice wrist shot. Blocker saved by Yancey. Puck. By Tomacek, the puck is just tantalizingly dropping, bouncing around loose right in front of the crease, and we have another penalty coming up against Utah. Oh boy, just a bunch of bodies in that slot, and looks like Utah's going to have to go for another penalty kill.
Their own worst enemy thus far.
Unfortunately, oh no, I was wrong. Oh, Utah fans, don't hate me. I was incorrect. It's going to be Weber. It's about time somebody in a purple jersey ended up sitting down. It's going to be
Cody
Mr. Goodwin
for
2 minutes. And that one, I did see the hand signal is going to be cross-checking. There's a big scrum. He was doing what he's supposed to do, was clear the guy out of the crease, but unfortunately he used his stick. And he's going to sit down for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Have a thought about that.
Try and teach him to him, yeah. Teach him the discipline.
One of those teaching moments.
Yeah.
All right, Wiener centering out. Oh, to Torrey, and he's like going for it. He's digging for the puck, but no, Yancey smothers it. Good chance there for Utah.
Yancey's been a wall tonight, I must say.
Yancey has had a
really
very good game
in the crease.
Yancey is he was here last year as well. I don't know if he got as much time as Landon Palmer, who is a scratch tonight. But he is also a solid goalie. We've seen him before. And, Patrick and I have talked about this. We've watched this Weber team. And both the Utah State team and the Weber team have long-standing histories of really strong hockey programs.
Yeah.
Which is really a benefit for Utah because it means they can play
iron sharpens iron.
Exactly. And they get to play these non-conference games with a 45-minute hour bus ride.
Yeah. Could be worse. Could be flying a couple hours.
Exactly.
Could
well,
be
they just
driving
wouldn't
8
get
hours.
to play. Yeah, they wouldn't get to play him as much if they weren't so close.
Yeah.
And they always end up meeting up, when you get down to the Western Regionals. So Wiener's going to chase it down in his own zone. It's being checked hard by Demchuk. And it ends up in the corner. And there's a bunch of bodies in there. Puck's still in the corner. Finally, Wiener comes up with it.
It was like the bar of soap over there just jumping around.
Yeah, exactly. Like, God, pick it up. Somebody pick it up. All right, Andy. Nice little stretch pass ahead to Jackson. He waits for his teammates to come across, out to Wiener. Wiener's going to skate around behind the net. Out to the point. 47 seconds left in the power play for Utah. Andy back to Wiener, I think. I can't quite see. Oh, it was Yubina. Andy sends it in. Nice idea. There's a bunch of white jerseys that are waiting to tip it in, but it goes behind the net. Weber, of course, is going to try and clear it out of the zone. Andy's keeping it in.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice way
a bunch of people go flying, but they
zone.
keep it in. Wiener's going to skate it through the circle. 24 seconds left. Andy back to Wiener. Oh, sorry, back to Yumina. Now, Yumina is a defender who can shoot. He's a great defender, but he also can skate and he can shoot.
Nice
centering
pass.
pass to Jackson. Gets tied. Stick gets tied up. Torrey takes a whack at it. 10 seconds left in the power play for Utah. Another wrist shot. I don't know why they let Umina just take that wrist shot. That was like a free throw. Bounces off. Yancey makes a great save. And the teams are back to full strength. Goodwin joins the party. He says, hey, guys, I'm here. Pass it to me. We got a 2-on-1. And Osola's there trying to make the defense. He managed to break up the play. Puck is still in the Utah zone. Utah not out of danger yet. Monaco scoops it up. He can skate. Another defender who can skate. And up to Osola, who's also got some good stick handling skills. Back to Monaco. Puck ends up behind the net. Monaco gets tied up behind the net. Clark gathers it up. And Weber starts their offense behind the net. Up ahead. Oh, stretch pass.
Ooh.
He was going for a cross-ice pass, but bounced against the skate, and they're going to have to, try again. They
Nice
skated
defense.
in. Great D by Umina.
Right on cue.
Puck gets poked away. Now Pittman's got it, but he doesn't have a lot of help yet. He's just by himself. He gets ridden off the puck by Clark. And here comes Weber the other way. Oh, deflected. Clark tries to send it again, but there's nobody there. So it's going to get picked up by O'Shea behind the net. You better watch out. He's got number 43 bearing down on him, Simmons. Oh, and he goes down in a heap. And we have got a penalty come up. I didn't see the hit. I saw Simmons skating up after
Looked
him.
like it might have been charging. It's the only thing I
Maybe
can
boarding.
think.
Let's see.
Potentially. I don't think he pressed him into the boards, though.
That is, they are going to call boarding. We don't see charging as much here. Usually it's boarding.
Yeah, okay.
So, but still, just a 2-minute minor. It's going to be Mr. Simmons. So Utah's going to get the power play.
Got to take advantage of the opportunity. They looked good. They looked good on power play.
This is definitely a chance for Utah to get within 2, which would be really important before we go head into the locker room. We've got 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in this period. Utah looking a little better in this period, a little bit more focused, doing a little bit better job of having possession and shots on goal. But they still trail Weber. Looks like 22 shots for Weber and 13 for Utah. And so Monaco sends it in, but it deflects off a skate, ends up in the corner. Utah set up the box. Hove back to Monaco. Cross ice to, I can't tell if it's at Torrey. Umina. Oh, and then it bounces loose.
Nearly keeping it in.
Yeah, couldn't quite keep it in. It's going to bounce loose all the way across the other end. Umina's going to scoop it up behind his own net. Start the breakout. And ahead to Osola. Gets by one through the neutral zone. Nice cross-ice pass to Fene, who's waiting for him. Up to the point. Hovey's got a chance. Beautiful wrist shot. Great save by Yancey. 1:13 left in the penalty. 4:27 left in the period. And we're going to have a line change. Both teams going to take this opportunity to switch up the lines. They're going to face off to Yancey's right in the Weber zone. And just as you said, Alice, really good, important opportunity here for Utah to get within 2. They really need to take advantage of that and chip away at that Weber lead. Oh, and the puck trickles loose, so Jackson's going to have to chase it. Boy, he's being pursued by, looks like that's Voss. Oh, no, Clark, sorry. Sorry, Jacoby. And now here comes Utah the other way. Umina skates across the blue line. He drops a pass to Wiener. He's got Wiener with him. He drops a pass to Wiener, but Wiener, puck gets away from him. It's going to go all the way to the other end. Andy's going to try and scoop it up. Sends it up ahead to Jackson. Jackson's got Umina. Nice little lead pass. Umina skates over to the point through the circle. They still got 34 seconds left on this penalty. Oh, and a nice poke check by Weber. I don't know who got that, but
defense.
Yeah, Wiener's going to try to send it along the boards. And Utah is kind of running out of time. They got 20 seconds left on this penalty, or on this power play. They need to regroup and start bring that puck up the other way. Here they go. Torrey. Sorry, not Torrey. Oh, it is Torrey. Sorry about that, Keegan. Behind the net.
Final 10 seconds.
Out to the point to Umina. cross to O'Shea, who just swings it in there, but it gets sent behind the net. And sure enough, Simmons is back on the ice, joined the party just in time to join his teammate. He takes puck across the blue line himself, winds up, fakes,
good centering pass.
Dropping pass, drops a pass. That was a smart play. Dropped that off to, not Abercrombie, was it? No, it was a Sevis. And puck ends up getting deflected off a stick into the net. So we're going to have a face-off in the Utah end now. 3 minutes left in the period. Weber still leading 4-1.
And yeah, I mean, this second period has really been dominated in the offensive zone by Utah. They've had more shots on goal and they've had more time on attack.
Just haven't had one go
got
in.
Got him in the net, yeah.
Crossing the goal line.
The toughest part.
You're right, exactly. The toughest part. So easy and so tough.
Yeah, makes it easier said than done.
Absolutely.
Ooh, nice save.
Beautiful save by Jurgic. Boy, that was like point blank right on top of him. That was, looks like by Norwood took that shot.
He had a lot of room to work with there, and that was just a positioning save.
Yeah, I think he probably, now if he thought about that, he probably wants that one back and probably take a little step move and get a little bit more angle. All right, here comes Utah the other way. Oh, and then broken up by Weber. Oh, and then broken up by Utah. Kurt goes loses a stick, and then he says, well,
keeps it in the zone.
Yeah, I don't need a stick. I'm just still going to go play the puck anyway.
He's got 2 skates.
Yeah, he's got two skates on his body. All right, puck's in the corner, ends up behind the net. Kurt's going to scoop it up. He's got a stick back. Nice centering pass to Pittman, and Pittman, oh, beautiful blocker save by Yancey. Pittman had a great slot there, shot for the slot. All right, Weber's going to try and come the other way, but he's outnumbered, and he's unable to get past Topacek. Topacek has just been solid in that D-line this evening. Got a big hit right in front of the Weber bench, and somebody is has been a bad boy and is going to have to go to the box. Not sure it's going to be yet. It's right there in front of the Weber bench. And it looks like somebody's going. We know somebody's going. We just don't know who it is yet.
That's the question.
Yeah, the $64,000 question.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because usually they just skate right toward the...
Yeah. It is inevitable.
Yes, it is inevitable.
It is like a truant agent. There's not much you can do.
Yeah. So the officials are having a little discussion while we wait for this. So, could be there may be multiple penalties, which is why we're taking so long. Yeah, taking so long to have people go to the box. It was kind of like there was the hit in front of the box, then there was a bunch of scrumming after the whistle. So. And
then the Weber bench went crazy.
Yeah, the Weber bench went crazy. So, and it looks like one of the assistant coaches, I believe that is assistant coach. Capinos, I'm sorry, I have my tape over my thing. Yeah, Alan Capinos is asking for a clarification on that. All right, so we have our first Utah player heading to the box. That's going to be Reed Pittman. We still don't have an indication of minor or major or even what the penalty infraction is.
We just know there's a penalty.
We know there's a penalty. It's sure taking a long time to put one guy into a box.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. I think he's going to do this verbally, so unfortunately we don't get any clues up here. Oh, okay, so we do have offsetting penalties.
Tucker Thorstad going to the box.
Yeah, he's pleading his case, but as we know, that never works. And he's going to head to the score door because he doesn't realize where the box is. Tucker, just go in.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
You're right. I think he's just asking for an explanation.
Yeah.
And so the official is giving it. Looks like that was roughing. So that's probably the skirmish we saw after the whistle. As like you said, the bench was kind of going wild.
Looking for the penalty.
Right. So we have. Oh my goodness. So Pittman is going to get a 5-minute major. That's Pittman for Utah. Weber. Thorsten's going to get a 2-minute minor. Now, the tough thing with a major, as we've discussed before, is that fortunately it's all you can eat. So Weber can score as many goals as they want in that 5-minute period, and Pittman has to stay for the entire time.
That's a great way of putting it. All you can eat, just dipping from the same bucket over and over and over again.
Yeah, so this is tough because Utah cannot afford to let Weber rack up that lead, build up that lead anymore, rack up any more goals. They really need to defend, and they're going to be tired because Weber's going to really bring it to them.
Especially with only 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Penalty carries over into
absolutely.
that next one.
Both the penalties will carry over into the third period if nobody scores. Well, actually, I take that back. The minor will be over like with 1 second left. So.
Yeah.
But
the major's carrying over into that next period.
All right, so we got some 4-on-4 action for 2 minutes to end this period. Monaco with a wrist shot from the circle. Nice save. Yuna was there for the rebound, but nice save by Yancey. Ends up in the corner. So... All right, so I didn't catch the 5-minute major, but it sounds like the 2-minute minor was unsportsmanlike following the whistle. All right, puck is now in the Utah zone. And that's number 16, loses the handle on it. That's Norwood loses the handle on it. Puck is bouncing around, finally gets scooped up. Oh, gosh. That looked like a stick in the face.
A little bit.
Yeah, but no
Close
call.
to a slash.
All right, Wiener drops it.
Nice pass.
Nice pass to Yumina. Like I said, Yumina can shoot. And oh my goodness, Zach is in there. Monaco's in there for the rebound, and Yancey's helmet comes off. That doesn't happen very often.
Scary moment if you're a goaltender and the helmet comes off.
This thing's got like a pretty good fit on your head, so something pretty funny happened for him to lose his whole gear there, his face mask.
Yeah, I wonder. It didn't look like he took a shot off the face or anything.
I have a feeling just the jostling in there probably could have been like maybe somebody's arm got underneath his chin and then lifted it up off his head. Mm-hmm. And he didn't look like he was like, he didn't act like he got hit.
No,
it was kind of like, hey, what happened?
Still very responsive sitting there.
What happened? I can see now.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 57 seconds left in the penalty against Weber. 59 seconds left in the period. Of course, 3:57 left on the major on Utah. And on the draw, Weber wins. Goodwin takes it around behind his own net. And it's number 8 for Weber. Skates it across the blue line, sends it across, centering pass a little bit out of reach of Besnelian. So they regroup, carry it across the blue line again, tries it again, gets by him again. Instead gets picked up by number 28 of Weber, skates behind the net. And that would be, Komiakov, the man with the long name. All right, puck ends up in the corner. And Utah finally does manage to clear it out of the zone. 19 seconds left in the penalty against Weber. 3:16 left in the penalty against Utah. Oh, and the puck bounces around in front of the net. Aceves ends up in the corner. Again in the corner with Komiakov.
Time ticking down.
Time ticking down. Finally scooped up by O'Shea. Sends a nice long pass to Yumina. Gets ahead of him. And that is the end of the second period. So the teams are going to go into the locker room with Weber with a 3-goal lead, 4-1. Pretty evenly matched, I would say.
Yeah, that was a great second period. A lot more competitive than that first one. And despite what the score column is going to say with 2 Weber State goals and none for Utah, Utah had a lot of pressure. They had a lot of shots on net. They had a lot of desirables that you would want to see from your offensive unit. So they just have to keep building on that and carry that momentum over into the next period.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we are also going to take a little break. Don't go away. We still have a third period of action for you. We'll be back soon.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City.
calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that, I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Oh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. Now, your Ski City Super Pass, I take it that's part of the Marvel Universe. If I get that, will people call me the Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this would be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Beth from the Salt Lake Visitor Center calling you back to answer your questions. First off, yes, you can absolutely drink here. We'd prefer if you ski in the mountains, and I'm happy to call you Winter Soldier.
My name is Marguerite Van Komen, and I'm a snowbird ski patrolman. My dog's name is Frank. What a good boy, huh? What a good boy you are. I start every morning waking up and having breakfast with the dog, and then we finish every day having dinner together, but everything in the middle changes. We train them using their own instincts, so instead of hunt for dinner, they're hunting for humans. A lot of thought goes into choosing these dogs. Number one, they've got to be able to handle the cold. Number two, they got to be pretty hardy. And three, we're looking for very high drive dogs. The dog that is going to chew your sofa up at home, we want that dog. The people, the mountain at Snowbird, it's just special. And everything you want to do is here in Salt Lake. Get off the plane, grab your gear from the luggage cart, and within 30 to 45 minutes, you're up here and skiing on snow. You know, Salt Lake is super unique. We have 4 full seasons. So you can come up ski all morning till the snow gets a little too smushy, and then you go and hit 18 at the golf course at the bottom of the mouth, and then you can go out for a wonderful dinner and see theater. It's amazing how much you can fit into your day. And not only do we have everything that you want to do, but we have great people to do it with. Everyone wants to be outdoors, happy, and go and play. Every day is different, and I love that. I love showing up to work and going, what is on the plate today? Snowbird is my family, and Salt Lake is my home, and Frank is a great part of that. My name is Marguerite Van Komen. I'm a Snowbird ski patrolman, and I am Salt Lake.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
have no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab your walk and see.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of
score a goal.
Prevent defense. Just make sure they don't lose any more ground.
Right, because you can't really afford to burn time, obviously, when you're down 3 goals. So, I think they're going to put a good effort forth and not just be, super submissive and dumping the puck into the zone, but I think they're going to be attacking somewhat on this power play, as you can see right here.
And welcome back. We had Ellis sit in for a little bit. He did great. It's like I'm kind of worried about my job right here. That guy was good. Oh, man, here we go. Yancey loses his stick in the scramble, and he can't get it because it's behind the net. And his defender hands it over to him as Weber kills a little time. Speaking of killing time.
Yeah, if you're Utah, you just got, like you see, you have 2 guys back right now. You just got to stay home. You don't want to be caught, obviously, on that odd man rush when you're killing with the 1 less player out there. That's the chance you take when you're pinching, is what you'd call it on the penalty kill. But it looks like Utah, they're setting up their box now, and they're staying home. They're doing a pretty good job. Just got to keep those guys in the middle of the ice. You see 2 defenders there. You see Jackson and O'Shea. They're staying home, just to prevent, when that puck squeaks out.
Right, you just don't want to have that one oops moment when you're shorthanded and give them one more goal, one more thing to have to chip away in the last period of the game. And, oh my goodness, we have another penalty. I didn't even see that. I was so far behind the play. Oh, this might be a good break, a nice break for Utah. Lucky break. It's number 24, Tucker Thorstad, who's just shaking his head in disbelief. He's going to have to sit 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's huge for Utah because Utah only has 1 minute 47 seconds left, so they're actually now gets rid of the kill. The kill.
Yeah. I mean that's a really.
I'm so astounded I can't talk.
I mean that's a huge break for Utah, and they're going to get a chance here to score a goal. This is a huge moment here. They need to get at least one in these next 2 minutes.
And it's interesting. They now have Monaco and Umina, who are both solid defenders, but they're defenders who can score. They're now on the ice in this 4-on-4 now, and you have Andy and Jackson, who are both speedsters. So this is a very fast, potentially high-scoring line for Utah. And they really do need to start chipping away at this 3-goal difference. And sure enough, here they go. Make me look good, boys. Monaco sends it in deep, wraps around behind the net. Scooped up at the corner by Umina, skates by 1, lets off a wrister. Deflected, stick saved by Yancey, bounces up onto the glass. Puck is back there behind the net. Jackson's back there trying to dig it out. Wiener's now come in for his shift. Again, another speedster, so you got Wiener and Jackson, both very speedy forwards. Nice interception by Monaco. He sends it in deep, but it's time for the defenders to change.
Man, he makes the technical stuff look so easy. That puck was coming way quick right to him. He just sticks his right foot out with his skate, kicks it over to his stick, and then dumps it right back in. I mean, that's a really nice play. Oh, bad turnover.
Intercepted pass there. Goes over Jurgic's left shoulder. But yeah, the thing about Monaco, it's really fun to watch, is he also doesn't lose his cool, right? So he's good enough stick handler where he knows he can handle the puck, and he just doesn't rush it. If he needs to take an extra step or make an extra little move, he does that, and then he looks up and assesses what's around him before he either takes off or passes.
Yeah, he's a really good player, one of the best players on this team.
So he's played on the D1 level.
Yes. And, I mean, he's very experienced. He's very technically sound. He's got the hockey IQ. Everything's there.
He's a great,
and it shows.
And he's a great anchor for the team. He's one of the alternate captains. I mentioned to Patrick during the break that we headed up to Logan yesterday for the game against Utah State, and he had a quick little speech as the bus was leaving the parking lot telling the guys that, hey, for those who've been here and for those who are new, we can beat this Utah State team. And let's do that, because I'm tired of losing to them. His speech was a little more colorful than mine, but
but it was imagine.
It was very subdued. It was very matter of fact. It wasn't boy, that was a fast whistle.
Well, the puck was actually never covered up. That's, I mean.
Even Yancey's looking at him. He's like, well, thank you very much. Happy birthday, man. Yeah, he saw that puck trickling away from his pad.
He couldn't, he couldn't quite locate it there for a second. It was right in front of his pad, and it was kind of bouncing away. Then he sees it, and the ref blew the whistle. The puck was never covered or under any sort of control, so Weber State gets a little bit of a break there.
They do get a break, and both teams back to full strength now, 5-on-5. Both penalties expired with no goals being scored. A little bit of scramble there in the neutral zone, and ends up finally going deep. But yeah, nice to see some of these, team players who've been on the team for a little bit, helping to get that hockey culture, mold the culture here and develop into those roles, leadership roles. Zach's, he's not one of the guys who typically you will see just getting really fired up, but it was, like I said, a nice moment there.
I'm sure he'll give a very similar speech tomorrow when the Aggies come to town.
Oh, I'll bet.
And, it's a real chance for Utah to stick it to them after, just from our conversation, it sounds like they played a fantastic game up there and kept it very close up until the end.
They really played well yesterday.
And
it was a really fun game to watch.
And like you said, we've been talking about, hard place to play. You kind of hold your own. You walk away with the loss. It obviously stings. But, man, it sounds like it was a neck-and-neck fight, like you say, Anita. And I bet you that was a great game to watch.
Just
low-scoring games.
Yeah, just wait till tomorrow. They're gonna want payback in our house for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it is a tough house. Although I have to say, it wasn't as packed as I've seen it before. So I'm not sure, maybe because it was a Thursday game.
That might be, yeah.
Yeah. But it's always a great crowd, and they were loud, and they were proud, and they were letting us know.
And I'm sure we'll get some visiting fans in the stands tomorrow. They travel pretty well down here.
Yeah, whenever we have the Utah teams, the Utah rivalry, we usually get a pretty good house here, too.
Yes, yeah.
All right, we got 15 minutes left in this game for Utah to get caught up. Get something to happen, make something happen. Lynch keeps it in, sends it in deep. Hovey picks it up, passes back to Jackson, out to the point. Oh, and then it's that Umina, rare bobble by Umina. He loses the handle on it.
Lynch got a nice backhand on that puck to just barely keep it in. And there he is again. But just that little touch. Here's a chance here for Utah.
Oh, and Torrey was right there, and it went off, bounced off his stick, and ended up behind the net. Yeah, Lynch being one of the new players to the team. Oh, stunning shot by Hovey. Torrey's got a piece of it. Jackson sends it up off the glass.
What a great play there by Utah. Very cheeky, right? Very sneaky play. They're acting like they're going to send it back around, and then there comes a shot off. The rebound kind of bounced off the boards, came right back in front. A sneaky little backhand pass for a one-timer. Great chance for Utah. But one thing I'm kind of seeing from Utah, though, is there's a couple times where you're seeing times in the offensive zone where the players are opting to skate with the puck instead of passing it. And while their passing does look much better than previous seasons, I think they should let the puck do the work. Send it to tape, right? There's no need to skate with it for all this time. Obviously, you're burning time when you do that, too. So maybe try and find, some more tape-to-tape passes.
Happy medium between passing and keeping.
Right, because I've noticed some of these guys, they like to skate with it and make a nice move. And they're not necessarily trying to be cute, but, it's just like let the puck do the work. It can travel faster, obviously, and you can find the open man a lot quicker instead of just skating it about. And sometimes it's proper to skate it about, right? Like take it and do a big loop around the zone. But I've noticed they do like to skate with it a little bit more, like to pass with it. So we'll have to see if they can make that change moving forward, because I think they're passing. I think the skills are there to
last night,
connect. Yeah,
that's a good point, because last night they were doing a lot more passing. Right, you could see them just making passes in their own zone, in the offensive zone. They were it was like you said, making the puck do the work and keep them spread out, right?
Right, absolutely, yeah. And this is just something I've kind of really noticed when they're attacking in the offensive zone, maybe a couple times the defensive zone, but. Yeah, they're still looking pretty good. Much more seasoned than in previous years. But obviously, last night, if you're passing the puck a little bit more, there's a little bit of a better performance. But obviously, still time left in this game to make some adjustments and stick it to the Wildcats.
And that's one of those things that, again, comes with experience. And as I said when Ellis was here, that, this is typically when you're at the men's D2 level, they're a younger team, younger players, less experience. And it just takes a while to figure out that, that kind of that perfect balance between do I hold it, do I pass it.
Right.
We also have some new players. This Torrey Jackson forward line I like a lot, but they're new to each other. Andy's got some new line mates on his forward line.
Yeah, and this will sound weird, but almost guys will tend to less experienced teams, like you just said, Anita. When you have more experience, you pass the puck more, and that also has to do with there are guys, and it's not a selfish mentality, but it's more of a trust thing too, right? Like if I send him this puck, is he going to be able to receive the pass? Like I don't know how he plays. Am I going to
regret giving up the puck?
In a way, yeah, it's almost like that. So like when you have that full confidence in your guys on the ice that you're playing with, and your line mates, and in your defensive pairing as well. the passing gets that much better, and it's very noticeable for this team, for Utah, because in years prior this was not the case, right? So
it was kind of wild and wacky times.
Right, yeah. It's like you see guys tending to, like we said, skate with it more and try and make the nice, cute move because they don't really think a pass is going to result in the goal, whereas like, oh, I'm going to try and make a nice move and I think I could potentially result in a goal, which a lot of the times it doesn't happen. The guys who are making really big, bold moves, like, it's really tough to pull those off. I mean, the highlights you see, that's a small percentage of the successful attempts of those really, really nice looking, fancy looking moves. So obviously, you practice and you get better, but still, passing the puck, that's one of the best things you can do as a team. If you can pass very soundly, the shooting will come, the chances will come. That's just, I'd say that's number one for any team.
Well, and one thing I noticed is that the team has gotten faster and stronger in the 3 years that I've been here. The first year I was here was the first year Zeke Indy was here. And part of the thing that happened to him is that, yeah, he would hang on to the puck too long, but that's because he was so much faster than his line mates.
Right.
He didn't have the support, so he kind of had to just, I'm waiting for you guys to, get up here.
Right.
In the meantime, I got to hold the puck.
Exactly.
Now, you can see he's just been able to cut loose more now because he's got faster line mates, with him who can keep up with him.
Right, absolutely, and that's huge, right? Because if you're skating down on an attack, an odd man rush, whatever it may be, if you don't have the speed with you, it's going to force you to, if the angle's not there for a good pass because that player's not necessarily as fast as you are, not coming in as fast as you are, or out of position, whatever it may be, it's more likely that you're going to probably take the puck yourself and maybe stick handle yourself into a bad situation or maybe get a shot off. But still, passing is, it's just the best thing you could do. I can't emphasize that enough. And it's a team that can pass better will perform better, and you're seeing that from these M2 Utes in their third season here.
All right, Jackson. Speaking of which, Jackson drops a little pass to Hovey, sits back behind the net. We got Hovey, Torrey, and Jackson on this forward line right now. This has a high scoring potential. Exciting line, this one.
Yeah, Utah in need of a goal really, really badly right now.
Yeah, really soon.
You'd like to be chasing two halfway through the third period. That'd be very ideal because, you can get two pretty quickly. 3-goal lead, though, is, a lot to say. Is the worst lead you can have in hockey.
3-goal lead is a tough one. Yeah, 3-goal lead is, because it's asking a lot. We got 11 minutes to play, so that's like just under 1 goal every 4 minutes. That's a lot to ask. Right,
and this team has talent, but, you just... Like you see right there, Umina stick handling into some guys there, but I think that was the best when we got the puck in deep. But still, just trying to get established here in the zone and find some lanes.
Oh, and there's a one-timer. Kurt tries to get that in, but it's deflected away.
Yeah, that was a great chance there for Utah. Great setup. That's exactly what you're looking for, the quick little plays. If you can't necessarily get established, see who's, look for the white jerseys, and there you go. Perfect play. Behind the net, send it right to his stick in front of the net, slap at it, see if he can get it to go.
Kurt's parked himself right where he should be.
That was a great setup there for Utah.
Utah breaking it up a little bit, sending in. Wiener sends it in deep. O'Shea goes and chases behind the Weber net. Puck is still behind the net, bounced around. We've got a lot of action happening down there, but the puck's still kind of floating around. Finally, Weber comes up with it. And they come back the other way. Nice little poke there. Puck comes loose and unfortunately goes out of play off the ice. We got 10 minutes left, so halfway through this third period, just 10 minutes left in this game. And Utah, as Patrick, you said, they really need to start chipping away at that lead right now.
Yeah, the game's not out of reach at all. Because as soon as you get that second goal, you're going to get the crowd into it. You're going to get some momentum, and then you're going to play with a lot more energy, right? And I don't think it's a team that necessarily needs energy. I think they're playing with some good tempo, but the tempo you get from scoring a goal to get back in the game, it's unmatched. You can only get that from scoring that goal, right? So I think Utah, if they can get one here pretty quickly. We could talk about them coming back in this game and making this an interesting fight, maybe for a game that might get to overtime.
Right. Absolutely. All right, Utah fighting for the puck, and it ends up popping up into the netting. So we're going to have a face-off in the Weber zone. Looks like it'll be to the left of Yancey. Yancey having a great game, and Jurgic's having a good game too. I would say that the goals that have been happening have been as a result of the breakdown in the defense in front of him, little mistakes in front. We didn't see those mistakes last night. I mean, the one mistake that Utah made, Ferry of number 23 Ferry of Utah State, who is scoring on a phenomenal pace, took advantage of it, popped it in the net, and that was the one mistake Utah made. The other one was actually an empty netter because Utah went to try and get a man advantage, so that happened. So really it was a 1-0 loss yesterday, and Utah kept it scoreless against Utah State until the middle of the third period. So really good game last night.
That sounds like a fantastic game.
Yeah, it was a blast to watch.
And you see Hove there. He had the puck right in the slot. He was looking to pass it actually for a one-timer, but he had the space for a
Torrey with a one-timer. Fantastic glove save by Yancey. But yes.
But that's a great save by Yancey. He gets a little bit lucky there. He's going down as the shot's coming, right? So if you put a little bit more lift on that puck, you might be able to bury that thing top shelf. But, I mean, nonetheless, when you're falling on top of the puck like that, or when the shot's coming and you're falling in front of it, kind of flopping in front of it, he just kind of makes that really nice classic little
glove save
with his, his glove there.
A nice blocker save there. And here comes Weber the other way. It's Komiakov. Puck is still bouncing around over there in the boards. Oh, and then Green goes down in a heap. I think he just lost an edge. Jackson fighting for the puck. Polakin pokes it loose. Gets scooped up by Sheridan, who sends it in deep. And time for a line change for Utah. Pittman carries around. Pittman has come along a lot this season compared to last season too. I think last season it was his first year here. I'm seeing a lot more confidence with him this year, and using his, he's a big guy, big kid, so using his physicality to muscle his way and win pucks.
Right, and then that's as a forward, having that ability, right? I mean, forwards are when you get some of your smaller, faster guys, but your bigger forwards you're kind of your gritty guys, your muscle guys. They're not always going to be the ones necessarily scoring the goals, but they're a big reason why the goals happen. They get a lot of points via the assists, not necessarily as a playmaker, but more as just winning those puck battles. And I think he's matured a lot as a player, and it's been fantastic to see. And he'll actually, have the occasional really, really pretty goal too. He's got the hands too.
Yes, he does have the hands, and like I said, I think the difference is, like you said, he's just gotten a lot more confident this year.
There you go.
And I think we get him. Yep,
that's a beautiful play right there from Pittman, right? Just that small little tap. It's a game of inches, right? And he's got a defender on him on his side, and he knows that, so he shovels it forward.
One-handed.
And then burst it one-handed, right? And when it gets that burst of speed, and then skates the puck down at the other zone. Obviously, nothing came of it there, but still, the little things like that are what make the difference in the end that could lead to goals, and that's what I'm talking about.
We got a pile up in the crease. Looks like that's Wiener.
And it looks like there's a penalty coming from that too. And this is probably going to be against Weber State. That'd be my guess. 21 in Utah. That's
Wiener.
Yeah, Wiener. He was his head was almost kind of thrown to the ground by a glove of a player, unintentionally at that, but
kind
still,
of from behind. So he didn't have any way to brace against it.
My guess would be it's a rough. Would be my guess.
The officials have been playing hide and seek with us, and so sometimes we get a hand signal, and sometimes we don't.
Yeah, that's he didn't give a single hand signal there. That's literally their job. So, I'm not complaining about the quality of the officiating. I'm just saying give the hand signal for us up here, or and the folks in the arena too.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll hear it on the intercom. All right, so face-off in the Weber zone. It's going to be a 2-minute minor, whatever it was. That was Kevin Norwood's going to sit for 2 minutes. And sounds like an elbow.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard too.
And that's what you're saying. He said, kind of his head just kind of got snapped, and down he went.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, referee was on that immediately. But it seems like a lot of the shots that Utah's taking, Weber's actually getting a stick on it, which is huge. They're deflecting these shots. We've had so many pucks go out of play on this side when Utah's attacking.
Up into the net.
It's because Weber, I think, is just getting a stick on there.
Another nice shot by Jackson. He's still whacking away with it. Puck's still loose the crease, and it goes in. Who poked it in? Looks like that's Torrey. Gets the last word on that one. Really important goal. Utah now within 2. We still have almost 7 minutes left to play. on the power play goal at 6:55.
Yeah, that's, I mean, what a nice play there by Utah.
Pretty.
It was, a little bit incoherent, but that's just crashing the net and not stopping. I mean, I don't know how many, there was a huge mass of bodies. I couldn't see how many times that puck was thrown on the net, but eventually Torrey breaks through.
We get little peeks of the black puck skipping around between people's feet every once in a while.
Yeah, and he breaks through and he's able to find the back of the net, and that's a huge goal for Utah.
And Gary Jackson set that one up.
And
great play by Gary.
Now we'd like, let's take a look and see this tempo from Utah. This is huge. I mean, they have the momentum now, chasing 2, less than 7 minutes to go. You have time.
That's plenty of time to score 2. Nice. Oh, I think that was actually wide. I was going to say that was a nice blocker save, but actually I think that one went wide. All right, so it ends up all the way behind the net. Yancey really likes to come out behind the net and just challenge the oncoming.
Yeah, he's very aggressive. He reminds me of Mike Smith, one of the goalies in the NHL. He's very good with his stick. I mean, he's very aggressive. He will come out with a bunch of speed and not be afraid to play the puck. He's made some actually really nice passes from his crease, and so it reminds me of Mike Smith, if anybody remembers him from the NHL days, Arizona Coyotes goaltender. But he was famous for playing with his stick, and so he's aggressive, and obviously you run the risk of potentially giving up a goal from coming out.
Yeah, getting hung up in the wrong place.
But if you're good at what you do, like he is, I mean, it's a huge boost to your team. I wouldn't be surprised if he has himself a couple assists this season.
Oh, centering opportunity by Wiener, gets knocked into the corner. Kurt was right there waiting for it. Oh, and then, tap loose, here we go. It's going to be a 2-on goalie right now, and he's trying to get back in time. Jurgic makes the save!
Yeah, what a nice save by Jurgic, and that was a really, really nice play. I mean, for Utah, that's just a pass that needs to have a little bit more zip on it, and then it's fine. But a really, really great defense from Weber State to telegraph that pass and just get the smallest little touch, shovel it forward, use your forward momentum because you're chasing after that puck, and then skate with it all the way through. But Jurgic, man, what a great save. He's keeping his team in it. I thought for sure that would have been a goal there for Weber State. I mean, they had 2-on-0. It was looking good for them, but what a nice save by Jurgic, and nice play.
All right, on the draw, one-timer goes wide by Weber. Still in the Utah zone. They got to get it out of the zone. Utah's looking a little disorganized right now. I mean, it's not really a power play, but okay, here we go. Come on, Wiener's got the speed. Can he get there? No. Again, setting into the Weber zone. Somebody goes down a heap. Okay, Weber comes back the other way. Pace has really picked up just then after that Utah goal here. Both teams skating really hard. All right, from the point, Abercrombie tries to send it in, hits Fenny in the shins. Comes all the way out, and that's offsides. It's offsides.
I guess so.
Izadi is like looking at, like, you asking the official what happens. Like, well, it's offsides, dude. All right, so we're going to have a face-off just outside the blue line. Even I could tell that. All right, Utah wins on the draw. Sola drops it back to Yumina. Nice little stretch pass ahead to Worth. Worth has got help on the other side with Osola's waiting for him. Oh, and it just gets by Osola. And now here we go. The other way, it's going to be Merritt. He's going to come down hard on the right side. Still kicking at the puck. It's still, and the linesman's got to get out of the way. He's going to end up on his you-know-what. All right, here we go. Here's Osola. Skates across the line. He doesn't really have the help, so he tries to skate it in. And he gets hauled down all the way down behind the net. Worth manages to keep it in. Oh, and he tries to get pass out to Lynch, and it gets by Lynch. So 4 minutes and 34 seconds left in the game. Time is kind of now the enemy for Utah. They need to really start chipping away at that goal. And oh my goodness!
Wow, I don't know how you don't pass that there if you're Weber State. I mean, that would have been.
Clark was waiting wide open on the far side of the post. Jurgic, I don't think he even knew he was there.
Yeah,
Hove tries to carry it in. Now I'm starting to see a little bit of this lack of experience where now individual guys maybe trying to do a little too much. Hove had support on his left. I think Jackson was there, and instead he hung onto the puck and got hauled down.
Yeah, and yeah, for Weber State, man, I just don't know how you don't pass that puck down there. That would have been no
rare
doubt.
Mistake, rare mistake by Weber.
Yeah.
Oh, and looks like we have a penalty. So Utah is going to get a little break here. Mr. Brown is going to the box. I missed the hand signal.
It'll be for hooking. There was
for hooking. Oh, so that must. Oh, and we have an official down. Oh dear. I think he stepped on someone's stick and went down kind of awkwardly. I hope he's okay. Yeah, that probably didn't feel so good.
And the Weber coach wants some sort of explanation. Brown's not happy about the penalty either, but regardless, he'll sit for 2 minutes, and this is another critical juncture in the contest.
I'm a little curious, Patrick. Do you think that happened when Hovey was trying to score? Because that was a breakaway. Then.
Yeah, I don't know. Or it could have been. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I didn't really see a hook. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't see the hook, but if it was on Hovey, he was clearly trying to break away.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we don't have a penalty shot. All right, Utah set up the box. And of course, it's just a 2-minute minor.
Utah successful in their last power play, I believe.
And really important to score that power play goal now, because then that would bring them within 1.
Yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, a critical juncture. You got 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining on this power play. You have to get set up and get at least a couple of chances. You can't go through this power play without getting a couple of shots on goal.
Torrey, with that speed, gets a shot off. Oh, off the post.
Wow.
Wiener shot off the post.
What a sequence there. Nice move by Torrey, and then
Torrey's
the rebound.
Got wheels.
The rebound was, oh, man, I don't know how that didn't go in. I guess Yancey got over there quickly, too. Yeah, I mean, that was nice, good chance there for the Utes.
All right, so we got Indy, Umina, Jackson, Torrey, and can't tell who's on the far side. This is like a very offensive-loaded, forward-loaded line on this power play. 1 minute, 9 seconds left in the penalty. 3 minutes, 21 seconds left in the period. It's a nail-biter, folks.
It is, and that was another great sequence there from Utah. Looked very similar to the way they got their last goal. Shot came in, and then they just fouled it up and continued crashing. Yancey eventually able to cover it up and stop play, but regardless, it's good looks for the Utes so far. I mean, on this power play.
And they've got Wiener playing D, so they can have an extra shooter on the ice.
Yeah, and that's definitely on purpose. They want forwards out there to just get one more goal for the home stretch here and see if you can get another by pulling the goaltender. But I'm also curious here if we'll see Jurgic head off here, if Utah is able to set up down there in the Weber State zone.
You don't really want to let the 2-minute penalty wind down. You want to try and get that goal scored soon, although it's now only about 39 seconds left. All right, Utah setting up their box. Umina from the slot out to the circle to Wiener. Trying to tap it in there. Jackson was there, but he got tied up. Umina keeps it in.
It's the right idea, but when you send the puck in the middle there, you got to be very quick, because if a good defensive core will suffocate that play immediately, as you saw.
Nice play by Umina not to get fooled by Clark, who was bearing on him. Endy with another shot goes off some of his shins. Umina send it back in, and finally Yancey just holds on to it.
Yeah, I mean, for Utah, there's not much else you could ask for. They are looking very poised on this power play. I mean, obviously, there were a couple times the puck was shot all the way out. They haven't been completely dominant, but still, I mean, looking very good.
Guys posted up in the crease, and he had a clear line of sight for a shot, and just, Weber just doing their job.
Yeah, no, it's a good kill from Weber too. But yeah, Utah, they're doing everything they can to tie this game up. But just Weber's up to the task so far.
All right, and that's going to wind up the power play for Utah. Both teams back to full strength. Brown comes out of the box and joins the party.
Yeah, it's you're going to look for Jurgic to head off here. You're now in that time frame, final 2 minutes of the game where you might want to pull him for the extra attacker if you get time down in the Weber State zone.
Ooh. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that's. So
that was that weird bounce off the boards, and Jurgic was looking for it to come out in front of him. Instead, he realized it was going to slide in behind him. He tried to drop down on it with the pads, and instead it slides in off his pads and goes into the goal. I don't know. It looks like it's going to be credited to Alonzo of Weber, but that might have been the nail in the coffin. We've got 1 minute, 57 seconds left in the game. Weber now leads 5-2. I don't know if it'd be worth it at this point to pull Jurgic off with a 3-goal difference. And looks like Coach Fornelius is going to have a timeout. I think that's a smart play if he doesn't have any special play in mind, just to kind of get everybody settled down and make sure they don't lose it in the last 2 minutes of the game.
That was very demoralizing and unfortunate. That almost hurts as bad as anything you'll see out there as a player, and especially Jurgic. I mean, as soon as it went in, you could tell as a goalie, obviously it's a lot of a mental game more than anything else. But yeah, I mean, there's not much you could say there.
Such a good game, and that's the kind of thing that really just hurts.
Yeah, there's
like the punch in the gut, the classic punch in the gut.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's no way you can really. That's just a bad luck, unfortunate play. Nothing Weber did good there, and not really much
just a
Utah
weird
did
bounce
bad.
Off the boards.
Just that weird bounce, and yeah.
Okay, so he's going to stay in.
Yeah, three goals to chase, less than 2 minutes to be played. It's a tall task. It's not impossible, but that is a huge help for Weber State, and that probably also takes away a lot of the momentum Utah was just playing with.
All right, so here we go. Puck drop, of course, at center ice. And on the draw, somebody steps on the skate. Mader steps on the skate and goes down in a heap. Puck ends up in the Weber zone. And Utah able to keep it in. Wiener's whacking at it. Kurtz whacking at it. Finally, Weber just gently lofts it up over the blue line. Smart heads up play. Wiener lead pass to Endy, who sends it around deep. And Weber just kind of killing time, really. Oh, and they did pull Jurgic. Wow, I'm surprised about that. And boy, Weber just missed a chance at an empty netter there.
They're still on the pounce, though. They want it.
Yeah, they're still down in the Utah zone, so a very risky play for Utah right now. They really need to make sure they don't make a mistake in front of their own net like that one almost was. I don't know if I would have made that choice for a pass. All right, puck is down in the neutral zone. Hovey chases after it. He's got Jackson with him, and he's got Wiener on the far side. He wings one across. I think maybe Yancey got a pad on it. We have 1 minute left in the game. Utah going and chasing after that one goal. They're not giving up yet. They want one more goal before this game is over. Mader goes and takes a whack at it, but it ends up deep in the Weber zone again. And Utah really just having trouble getting that puck loose so they can actually set something up. It's just sitting there pinned up against the board still. Finally gets poked loose. Backender by Umina in traffic. Garrett whacks at it again. Sheridan able to keep it in. Umina sends it back in and bounces in. 22 seconds left. Jackson picks it up from the point. Umina lets fly and hits a skate, ends up in the corner. And Weber finally does clear the puck, except they put a little too much on it, and they clear it up into the netting. It's going to be a face-off.
And no excuses here, because obviously that's Coach Fornelius is not going to want to. He's not the type of person that will make excuses or want to
No, he won't.
Yeah,
he's harder on himself than anyone else.
Exactly, but it's really tough to. I mean, 3 games in one weekend is one thing, right? But to play a team like Utah State very close on the road last night before a homestand, that is very hard to do. As we were talking about at the break, I mean, you could maybe not tell, but maybe part of the reason why you see the performance like this for Utah is just playing a team like Utah State that hard. I mean,
it takes it out of you.
Those guys had their heart and soul in that game, as they do every game, but still putting forth that great of an effort on the road before a homestand, that'll tucker you out a little bit. So, if I'm these players, I go home tonight, have an early night, and rest up for tomorrow, because you have another chance at Utah State. But
man, payback against Utah State tomorrow.
Yeah, you get payback. It was a good game, yesterday, and hopefully you can fight hard on home ice and get that win back. But tonight, if you're a little bit tired from that first game, that's just what happens. And sometimes the schedule's not so super friendly to you. You got to play 3 games in 3 days. That's not easy to do, but no excuses. You got to still play these games anyways, and the good teams figure it out.
Not just any teams in 3 days.
Right.
Weber and Utah State.
The in-states, yeah. I mean.
So the final score is going to be 5-2. Weber comes out on top. And don't forget, folks, we still have a men's D1 game this evening. where finally the men's D1 team has their home opener.
Yes.
Finally, it is now November.
Yes.
Almost mid-November.
November
and they're
10th.
going to be hosting Colorado. So don't go away. That'll be happening at 7:30.
And then tomorrow as well, we'll have the M2 Utes back again as well. 4:30 against in-state rival Utah State. I'm just going to tell you right now, you're not going to want to miss that.
Yeah, you're not going to. That's going to be one exciting game tomorrow. And then, of course, men's D1 will again play Colorado. So thank you again, folks, for tuning in. We will see you at 7:30 for the center ice drop for D1 versus Colorado.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier.